This has massive implications for the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray has 4 years left on a max contract extension that he signed with the Denver Nuggets before the 2024-2025 NBA season. Amy Sutherland here for Nuggets Digest. Before we jump into talking about this Jamal Murray contract and all of the details of his contract, please hit the subscribe button. Only about 10% of you are watching these videos while being subscribed. The other 9%, hit the subscribe button and join our Nuggets Digest community. So, Jamal Murray and his contract have been of much discussion lately because the Denver Nuggets have fallen short in the last two NBA playoffs, losing in the second round of the Western Conference. They're looking for answers anywhere and everywhere. Many people are blaming Jamal Murray for their loss, their issues. Many people are blaming other players on the Denver Nuggets, the coaching staff. But I wanted to talk today about Jamal Murray and his contract. So let's jump into breaking down some details of it. This contract was signed, like I said, before last season. So in the 2024-2025 season, he was paid $36 million. Next season, he'll make a large jump to making $10 million more with $46 million that season. The next season, 2026 to 27, he'll be making $50 million. The next season, $53 million, 53.8, so almost 54. And then in his last season that he has on his contract, $57.5 million. Now, as a normal human, this type of money doesn't really make sense to me. I don't exactly comprehend it. I don't exactly understand how making this much money works. I wish I did. But this jump is crazy and has definite implications for the Denver Nuggets and being able to add more depth to their roster. That is a call that everyone is making, that the Denver Nuggets need to add more depth to their roster. But having a player like Jamal Murray signed to such a long contract with so much money being given to him has potential to cause issues for the Nuggets. Trading Jamal Murray, if he has another unsuccessful postseason run, will be almost impossible, and the Denver Nuggets will be responsible to continue paying Jamal Murray the money that they've promised and signed to give him. This can cause issues because they will not be able to add more players, they will not be able to get rid of Jamal Murray, and they will be stuck with the players that they have. On that note, I wanted to point out a few of the contracts that the Denver Nuggets have and contracts from around the league to compare to Jamal Murray's contract that the Denver Nuggets signed him to. So Nikola Jokić has signed a 5-year deal that started in 2022. So his contract will end in 2027. If all goes according to plans, the Denver Nuggets will not be trading Nikola Jokić. Nikola Jokić will be on the Denver Nuggets for his entire career. This extension was a $276.1 million extension. He is one of the most paid players in the NBA. Aaron Gordon, another Nuggets key, signed a 4-year deal for $133 million in 2024, so his deal will end in 2028. MPJ has signed a 5-year deal for $179 million in 2021. These are some of the key Nuggets players, and they have all signed massive contracts. Contracts that, if the Denver Nuggets do not win another championship, will not seem worth it. Most of these were signed either before for Michael Porter Jr. and before for Nikola Jokić, before the championship, and have proved to be interesting, especially in the case of Michael Porter Jr. and in the case of Jamal Murray after the championship. I wanted to compare these to Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, and Paul George, who, in my mind, are similar caliber players to Jamal Murray, players that can win you games, players that can be key for their team. So Devin Booker is just about to finish up a deal. He's only expected to sign a 2-year, $150 million extension. I wish Jamal Murray was only on a 2-year deal. That would be ideal, honestly, to give Jamal Murray one more chance as a Denver Nugget to lead with Nikola Jokić as a duo to another championship. Damian Lillard, he is scheduled to earn $54.1 million in last season for the Bucks. That is very similar to the money Jamal Murray will be making at the end of the extension that he signed with the Nuggets. Damian Lillard signed this deal with the Trailblazers before he got traded, and the Bucks are taking responsibility for that. It was a major deal that he signed with the Trailblazers. I'm not sure if Damian Lillard would have been signed to that much for the Bucks due to his lack of being able to play due to injuries. Then we have Paul George. He is on a 4-year deal for $211 million. He has now been traded to the 76ers, who will be taking over the responsibility for paying for that contract. That Paul George contract is one of my least favorite contracts in the NBA. It is sad to see for the 76ers just because of his injuries and underperformance, in my opinion. So comparing Jamal Murray's contract to Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, and Paul George really shows me that I honestly am okay with the contract that Jamal Murray has signed. Out of those three, besides Devin Booker, there is nobody that I think could be a better Denver Nugget. Maybe Devin Booker could come in and do very similar to what Jamal Murray has done, but Jamal Murray is playoff Murray. He has, in the bubble, in the championship run of the Nuggets, shown Nuggets fans that he can be the reason that the Nuggets win. Jamal Murray is the 33rd most paid player in the NBA. That is a pretty good spot for him to be. He's probably about the 30th best player in the NBA, and he's getting paid as such. These contracts have become increasingly more money because of how the NBA is working, how our economy is working, how these players are getting paid. I think that Jamal Murray's contract fits right in the perfect spot with the money that he's getting. The only issue that I have with Jamal Murray's contract is the longevity of the contract. There are 4 more seasons that the Denver Nuggets are going to be responsible for paying Jamal Murray. 4 seasons is too many. 4 seasons, when the Nuggets signed Jamal Murray, 5 seasons was too long of a contract to sign. Obviously, the player wants it. They want that guaranteed money. It was too long of a contract to sign. Jamal Murray is a great player, no doubt. This is what I wanted. He has the most playoff points by a point guard over the last 3 seasons. I'm taking him as a point guard on the Denver Nuggets. He is getting paid the correct amount of money for each season. And if he can lead the Denver Nuggets to another championship, nobody will say another word about Jamal Murray. If he can combine and be peanut butter and jelly with Nikola Jokić, I will never say another negative word about Jamal Murray. Let me know your thoughts on all of the money that Jamal Murray is getting paid, has been paid, and will be getting paid for the rest of his career. Maybe with the Denver Nuggets, maybe with another team if he can have another good run and have more trade value. Seriously, let me know your thoughts about Jamal Murray in the comments below. And until next time, go Nuggets.